Good evening, everybody. It's the man you all know and love, E Digger, and welcome to another edition of episode of E Digger Speaks. I'm using my personal page instead of Charm City Direct page for a reason. I want your input and I want your feedback on a situation that happened. I'm not sure when it happened. I just know that I just got some notifications on my what you call it, my inbox. I received some messages in my inbox and that talked about a young man that was beat up by a Baltimore City police officer on Monument and Luzerne. And I felt the need to, one, get on here and talk about it, the acts, like we always do. What is going on? Now, a good friend of mine told me that this is the same area where they was giving out citations to the kids that were selling waters, trying to, again, raise enough money to go on a trip, to go to King's Dominion or one of the amusement parks. I just want to know what's going on, and here we are again, where, cops, y'all not in the clear yet. There's still some killings going on in the country. And I had said, now the significant thing about this is it wasn't a killing, but I feel as though that it was unnecessary, because what I see, and I know there's always two sides of the story. In fact, I even reached out to the young man's cousin, because she posted the video. I don't know if she shared it or posted it, or somebody else posted or shared it, however it worked. I got in contact with her because she said she was the young man's cousin, and I reached out to her. Of course, she was not available or she didn't respond. But nevertheless, and I understand, because I'm almost certain that a lot of people saw this and they reached out to her trying to get some type of, response, some type of answer. One, I do need to say, I'm praying for the young man, because they did lock him up. And I'm praying for his family, that they just stay strong, and I'm gonna say fight, because I'm gonna go on the record and say this. We sometimes do not fight, and when I say fight, I'm talking about fight. Don't give up. Take this to the end. Take this to the end. Yeah, exactly. Miss Jones, they beat him up, and no ambulance was called. So they beat him up and they put him in the back of the patrol car. For those who have not seen the video, I do have the video. I would like to play that video, if I can. And I just want your input on what you saw, because I can only go by what you see now. So here it is. Okay, what is going on? So here it is right here. And I'm going to see if I can play it.
I got all that. Don't worry about it. I'm not touching them. Hey, yo, see this shit, yo? Hey, yo. I got all that, damn it. I got all that. Hey, yo, what the fuck is this deal? Hey, yo,
So back to what I was talking about, as far as the situation with the young man who was beat up by Baltimore City. For those who just joined, Baltimore City police officer beat up a young man on Monument in Luzerne. Not sure when it happened. To me, it was unnecessary because if you look at the video, he wasn't doing anything. Val Johnson, hey, what's up? Jenkins, I keep calling you Johnson. Jenkins, if you are available, can you come on to talk? If you're available, I would love to get your input on this. Also, I was trying to reach out to Angie Smith, Angie Winder. I couldn't get a hold of her, but Val, if you're available, I would love to bring you on. I could send you the link, if I can. I can send you the link. Let me see if I can do that right quick. But yeah, it's crazy because I saw it last night. I was in and out of sleep, and the person that sent it to me and they told me to watch it. And of course, when I watched it, I was just devastated. So let's see if I can share the link. So Val, I just shared the link to you in your inbox. So I will hope that you're available to talk and get your input on this. I just need to say this, people. I just need to say that some of these events are either provoked. There's an order that's going out for these cops to do one of three things. Is provoked. There's an order that's going out to say, hey, by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Whatever it is that you have to do, do it. Or what Val just said, Val, if you're watching, I would love to get your input. I mean, if you're interested, I would love to get your input. I sent you the link. Just hit the link. If you're on your phone, you can use your phone and chop it up. But it's crazy because, like I said, one of three things is going on with these cops, and not just this situation. I'm talking about all the situations that involve the cops and killing of African American men and women and children, because it's not stopping with just the men, it's stopping with everybody. There's an executive order that went down. There's an executive order that somehow went out and said, hey, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Now, a couple of weeks ago, a post went up and said that Baltimore City was trying to give the cops back wages or overtime pay. They're totaling in the amount of in the millions. I don't know the exact number, but it was in the millions. Wow. What are they doing so hard that they are deserving overtime pay? Especially clearly this, you just see an innocent bystander. I don't, like I said, people, I only see what I see on this tape, on this video, that the person was just standing there and he just started swinging. I don't know if the person said anything to him. I don't know if he would inadvertently said something to provoke the police officer to start striking him. And see people that I don't know. I just think that there are ways to doing some things that, you know, can resolve the issue. But we all know once you put that badge on, you graduated from, you know, police academy and you walk across the stage and you're now a declarated police officer. You can't tell them nothing. You see what I'm saying? And once they put that badge on, that's it. Hey, Arlene. Hey, sis. What's up, Lady Blue? So there she go. I'm gonna bring her on. Everybody, I want y'all to meet Val Jenkins. How you doing, Miss Jenkins?
Hey, I'm in the bed having health challenges today.
Oh no problem. No problem at
You
all.
see, I threw my hat on because
Yes.
no wigs today, no tracks. I'm straight a hot mess. But
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just thank you for I thank you that you accepted my invitation to talk about this situation about the young man that was beat up by the Baltimore police officer. I'm not sure when it happened, but
I believe it happened this morning.
okay.
I believe it happened this morning. I am heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. First, let me explain who I am. My name is Val Jenkins to your
Yes.
audience. I'm the founder of Hug Don't Shoot.
Yes.
You would never, ever hear me having a black and white conversation. You would never, ever hear me bashing police officers. I handle the person that need to be handled accordingly.
There you go.
At this point, that police officer did an overkill. I understand the frustrations of police officers. I have several friends that's police officers, and they are amazing. I have several friends that is not an amazing police officer. And I tell them how I feel, regardless, good or bad, because they need to be in that place. So I just had this conversation on my page today where someone came on my page and was like, I can't stand nobody in uniform, this, that, and other. And I said, well, you just sound like a white person saying, I hate all black people. I said, don't like the person who did something wrong to you. Or in this case, that officer. Don't like him for what he done. Don't blame everyone. And he said, well, I do. I blame everyone that have on a uniform because who do I trust? I said, you sound crazy. And I said, everyone is not a bad police officer. Well, if they're not turning in if the good police officers is not turning into bad police officers, they're bad too. I agree. I agree. But in the same token, if you are a good person and you don't turn in your bad friends, what do that make you? So you are no different than a bad police officer, the good police officers that's not turned into bad police officers. You're no different than the white people who don't like black people or the black people that don't like white people. I can't hate all people because I can't hate white people because of what somebody did to my great grandfather. That's like you and I get into an argument and you hate my grandchild. And she had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
So as far as this police officer, I do understand the protocol that he needs to be suspended until further investigation.
Okay.
That's the protocol.
Okay.
My call is he needs to be fired and arrested right now. There's no further investigation needed in this case. This man probably got on this police officer's nerves to the utmost. I see it all the time with the worst disrespect all the time. And that police clearly got ticked off and couldn't handle it no more. And that's called anger management issues.
Okay.
We all have them. I don't care how nice you are. It's times where I like flipped it And then afterwards, I'm like, I shouldn't even have went there. We all have those issues where that one person just ticked us off. But in this case, the officer, no ifs, ands, and buts about it, did an overkill. He did an overkill. He might be the best person in the world yesterday. But he did an overkill. And the officer who was with him, people were saying he needs to be fired too. Clearly, that officer was confused, lost, and like, what the hell just happened?
I think if looking at the video, Val, I think he was trying to help, and he just didn't know.
He ain't know which way to go.
Exactly. When I saw it last night, because let me say this again before anybody.
Wait a minute, hold on. You say you saw this video last night?
I saw it last night.
Well, it didn't happen this morning then.
Like I said, I don't know when it happened.
I said I think it happened this morning.
Okay.
But if you saw it last night, it didn't happen this morning.
Well, it was sent to me, of course, by a good friend, and they sent it in my inbox, and I was in and out of sleep, but I did see it, and honestly, I didn't really pay attention to it until this morning. But as I went in depth with it, and I did contact the young man's cousin who appeared to be on Facebook. But
right, I saw that.
Yeah, she didn't respond, and that's okay. You know, I understand. But when I looked at the video of the second officer, it looked like he wanted to stop it.
He didn't know what to do. He clearly, it threw him off because his facial expression was like, what the hell just happened that fast? So he looked like he tried to stop the fight, but make sure the other guys didn't jump in the fight.
Exactly.
So he was like in a catch-22.
Okay.
So to me, my personal opinion, he didn't know what to do because even with the guy sweeping, shout out to the guy who was cleaning up the neighborhood. Nobody caught that one. Shout out to the guy who was cleaning the neighborhood. Yeah. He was sweeping and turned around like, oh shit. Like, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I see these guys disrespecting these police officers all the time. And this is why. Because of what the police officers is doing. They're losing control.
You get it. You get back what you put out.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the bad ones are putting it out and everyone is getting it.
Catching it. Exactly.
Now, right. Unfortunately, the bad people is no different than the killing in Baltimore.
Now, Val,
the bad people is putting it out, and Baltimore is getting the blame for it. The whole city.
Val, I'm glad that you won because I want to talk about the situation that happened with the young kids who were selling waters in that same spot a couple weeks ago. That the Baltimore City Police again. Issued citations to these young kids who were again trying to sell waters to get some monies to go to amusement park. What's your take on that?
I kind of sort of heard about this.
Okay.
I kind of sort of heard about it, but my take on all of that. Yes, I was a kid on the gas station asking for money to pump gas.
Okay.
I was that kid.
Okay.
I also was that kid that got kidnapped at the gas station.
Ooh.
I also was that kid who never told nobody about it.
Okay.
And the reason why I didn't tell nobody about it, because when I did mention it, my sister acted like she didn't know what I was talking about. So I realized she put it in the back of her head.
Okay. Okay.
I also am that same person who see these kids on the corner cleaning the cars up on Hilton and Gwynns Falls. And I also know these kids are selling drugs. So all these kids that's selling water and doing these windows are not just selling waters and doing windows. Okay. So it's a tough line. It's a tough line. It's a catch-22 in all of it. How do we separate the good and the not so good?
Okay. Okay.
So I tell people all the time, most of the time I can only speak from experience. And what I know, I know. I might not know a lot, but what I know, I know. I tell people all the time, I'm just having a conversation about the school supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Every other post, somebody is doing back to school drives.
Mm-hmm.
That is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. It's a blessing. One, why can't everybody get together and do it together?
Exactly.
Two,
thank you.
Yes. Two, are we handicapping these parents? Because you clearly knew in June that your child had to go to school in August or September. You clearly knew last December that your children is going to need Christmas supplies, Christmas stuff next year. So are we handicapping these kids? I had a conversation with someone just yesterday who told me that she get something that's called, I never heard of it. It's not Section 8, but it's better than Section 8, as she say.
Let me guess.
Some kind of voucher.
Yeah, it's a different voucher. It's a little bit less than I think EP is RPQ or something.
I have no idea what it's called, but I thought it Section 8 was Section 8. But this is the thing that blew me. Knowing this person personally, I know this person. She says to me in a bragging way, I say, "You're moving?" She said, "Yes, I don't want to live here no more. I think I deserve better." And you do. Then she says, "I want to live in the county, Catonsville, Randallstown," and she naming all these places that I, who have 3 jobs, 4 incomes out per se, can't afford to live. And she says, I said, "You looking for a house that costs that much?" She said, "Oh yeah, they give me up to $1,800. Huh? $1,800? And your only health challenge is you have ADHD and asthma? Well, how about I have asthma, ADHD, EF, GH, LMNOP. My brain is in my neck. And I got 7 other diseases.
Wow.
And I work a full-time job, 2 businesses, and running an organization. And barely making it to get a damn peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Wow.
And you telling me you want to live better because they give you up to $1,800. Wow. And you live with a man.
Now, does the man work?
Y'all?
Does he work?
And she said that they know he live in a household.
I think she lying about that. I don't know. I don't know.
I made a post about that, and several people said to me, "I know someone just like that."
Wow. Okay. Damn. Okay.
So this society is a gimme society, which bring back to these little boys on the corner. Just stand on the corner begging. They just begging. How about do a car wash? I'll come and support you. How about doing something else and I'll come and support you?
Okay.
Somebody made a post a couple of weeks ago and said he told one of the squeegee boys, "Well, come and help me and I'll give you like $40 a day." And he said, the teenager said, $40 a day? Shit, nigga, you crazy. I make that in an hour. Wow. You ain't make no $40 an hour doing squeegees.
No.
And it was a police officer who posted this. So we in a trick bag. What do? We got police officers that beating up the people. We got the people that's disrespecting the police officers. We got the children selling drugs. Mm-hmm. We got the squeegee boys selling drugs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got KKK in DC. Mm. People killing their children and nobody's telling.
As soon as KKK is going to make their way here. Just to add, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Wow. What can we do?
Yeah.
But hug and not shoot.
There you go.
Plug in. Did you hear that?
There you go. Say it again.
I said, what can we do but hug and not shoot?
There you go. I just want to put this out. everybody is talking or is making a statement to Mayor Pugh. I honestly, in my opinion, Val, I don't think it's her. I really don't think it's her. I can't totally put the blame on her.
As far as what?
Say again. I'm sorry.
A statement as far as what?
A statement of like Mayor Pugh. This is what's going on in our city. Da 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 da.
Okay, so my opinion again. My opinion. I am not a mayor, police, governor basher. What I know is, since Hug Don't Shoot has been existing 12 months, 172 events ago, Mayor Pugh, I've been to her meetings. She have reached out to me. What I know is the governor invited me to the governor's house in Annapolis.
Larry Hogan. Okay.
And when I walked in there, the first time meeting him personally, when I walked in there, it was a very professional event going on. And he turned around and saw me and was like, yeah, ready for my hugs.
And this is the governor.
This is the governor.
Yes.
The commit
is a Republican. I need to say that.
Okay. Okay, let me go back to this. I never been into politics.
Okay.
And the reason why is because even as a child, I always saw one, what I'll do, and I never seen it done.
Okay.
Two, I am a person who's been bullied. Mm-hmm. I am also the person who became the biggest bully in the neighborhood.
Ooh, okay.
And I speak about it all the time.
Uh-huh.
I speak about it all the time. I have a good bully situation and a bad bully situation.
Okay.
One of them became, you know what? Let me put his name out here right now because he's having an event as we speak. Let me put his name out, and he have no shame about it because he talk about it all the time. First of all, I was 10 years old having a house party.
Okay.
Why was I 10 years old having a house party? That's a whole nother story. Yeah. So all the people from Park Heights coming to my house party. I was known for the girl with the house parties. And this one person, every single time he wanted to come to my house party, I chased him out. This one particular time, I chased him up the alley on Park Circle in Hillsdale, right down the road.
Okay.
And I was throwing rocks at him. Then the bully that I was at 10 years old.
Okay.
And he turned around and he says to me, with tears in his eyes, and ain't nothing a punk about him, nothing. He says, when I grow up, I'm going to have the biggest parties in Park Heights, and you can't come.
Wow. Okay.
You know who that person is?
I do not know who that person is.
Rondell Streets, who had Park Heights reunions. He had the biggest parties in Park Heights. Right now, as we speak, he's having him and Marcy is having a wine and cheese and all white party that I'm supposed to be at, but I'm having health challenges.
Okay. Okay.
Rondell Streets and I became me bullying him to us 50 years later, being 42 years later, being best friends.
Wow.
To this day, best friends. So
it's safe to say you could go to his parties now.
I go to all his parties. I support everything he do. He is like my best male friend.
That's what's up.
And I am so proud of him and his wife who gives parties all year long.
Okay. Peaceful
parties.
Yes.
The next person that I bullied was not such a good comeback. Even before Facebook, even before social media, I've been trying to find this girl. And the reason why is because I beat up her flesh at 10 years old. Wow. Chased her home from school, took her money, the whole 9 yards. But guess what? At 10, I am 51 years old now.
Wow.
And she beat up my mind. And the reason why I say that, and I use those two because it was more than them two. They bullied me. I bullied somebody else after I beat up the school bully. I became the bully.
Okay.
So I just wanted to publicly apologize to this girl because I was so afraid, and still am, afraid that she either became a drug addict, she became a bully, she ended up abusing her kids, all because of what I done to her.
Wow.
So that's why I said every time someone used the word bullying, I see her face. And I haven't seen her since I was like 9 or 10 years old.
Wow.
I could literally, if I knew how to draw, I could draw her face right now. And that's why I said I beat up her mind.
Okay.
She beat up my mind.
Okay.
Because I'd rather for somebody to beat up my flesh any day than to beat up my mind. And she won.
Wow.
So I've been searching for this girl, and searching over and over again since before social media. Went to the house, knocked on the door and everything. I found her last year.
Wow.
On social media. Okay. I sent her an inbox.
Okay.
And I said, how you doing? Is your name da-da-da-da? And she said, yeah, what the hell you want? At that point, it was done. Because one, I realized she's not over it. And two, I apologized. I did what I had to do. But what am I going to do in the future? I'm going to teach the next child how important it is not to bully.
I was bullied by two people actually in middle school. Hated middle school. And believe it or not, I just spoke to the girl just a few minutes ago before I started doing the live.
Wow.
And I saw her we was at an event, and she walked up to me, and this is years later. I'm 45, and I'm almost certain that she's like 40. I think she's like older than me by a little bit. And she walked up to me and she said, Ernest, I need to say this to you right now. I'm sorry. And of course, you know how long that been. I'm like, the hell are you talking about?
Right.
What? And she said, you know, me and so and so, we did some nasty things. Now, okay, so shout out to my sister, who I really think that my sister was a bully. I don't know what my sister did, but I think everybody knew my sister. You see what I'm saying? And one day in school, I'm a boy. You don't go around and say, I'm gonna tell my sister. You don't say that. You tell your father, you tell your brother, even your moms. But to say your sister, So word got out that my sister, they knew my sister. And they was like, so and so is your sister. I was like, yeah. They was like, we didn't know. And from that day on, Val, I ain't have no problems. I came to school. I hated middle school because of them. And I came to school one day. I sat down all day. They ain't do nothing to me. And at this event, she says to me, she said, it wasn't your sister that scared me. It was the fact that I knew you was going to be something in life.
Yikes.
And when she said, if I constantly kept picking at you and doing things to you, it would have damaged you for not being the person that you are right now.
Wow.
Said, whoa. I literally had to stand in place and look at her, and we hugged, we talked for a little bit. Wow. And then we went out separate ways and we were enjoying the event. But occasionally we got, hey, what's up? I see you over there. You in the corner. What's up? Wow. Those years of that happening can take a toll on a person, but it's up to the person to say, you know what? That happened so long time ago, man. Let's leave it alone and let's move on with life.
So what that person is going through and why they need to get it out their system. As myself. Like I was really struggling, and I still am. I still struggle with that. Okay. I struggle more with bullying her than I did with being raped.
Wow.
So it's wild because you must don't like, as you can see, I'm not a private person at all. I put all my business out there because I clearly know what I've been through in life, from the kidnap, the rape, the homeless, to everything, is going to help the next person.
Yeah.
So one day, probably like 2 years ago,
Okay.
I'm at Madame Mall, and
Okay.
I'm walking one way and a guy walking another way.
Okay.
And we walked past each other and we both spoke, say, hey. Then I turned around and looked at him. And we probably was like 20 feet away from each other at this point. I looked at him and he turned around and looked at me. And I said, you know who I am? And he said, I do. And I apologize.
Wow.
And I just put my hands up and that was it. It's like I forgave everybody who damaged me then.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like when I say, I'm so glad that I tell my story. So when the book come out, everybody know that, yeah, this happened. The book is already written. It just haven't came out yet. Anyway, so I tell everybody, I've been raped 3 times before I was 15.
Oh my gosh.
So the first person who ever raped me, I found out again, was he probably like last year, that he's in jail for murder because he killed the person who raped his sister.
Wow.
But while he's in jail, he got raped and now he's gay.
Wow.
So if you ever pay attention to my page, I always say when this Me Too thing came out, I always ask the question, who raped the rapist?
Mm. Mm.
Who raped the rapist? And sometimes with this Me Too thing, and it don't give you no right to take what's not yours in no kind of form of fashion.
Exactly.
It's not okay to bully nobody in any kind of form of fashion.
Yes.
But when you look back at it, after that man apologized to me, maybe somebody raped him. And we know it's not right. But back in the day, it was always what happens below the belt, stay below the belt in our household. So everybody was so afraid to talk about it. So in their mind, this is my personal opinion. In their mind, they thinking that this is okay. Because nobody talked about it. Everybody hushed it up. So it kept on going generations over generations over generations until social media came out. And then everybody got to the point where, hey, let's tell all our business.
Yeah.
Because we're hiding behind this glass. So everybody became brave to be able to share all their business. So say you was the guy that raped me. But in my mind, I was the only person you raped. But then I found out that you raped 5 or 6 other women. And then it's in your mind, you be like, what the fuck? Excuse my language.
No, it's fine.
But what the fuck? I thought I was the only one.
Wow.
And then you angry because you thought you was the only one. And you like, he's doing this to everybody else? I'm telling.
Wow.
So I believe in my mind that that's how that Me Too movement got so big. So somebody sent me an inbox the other day of a gay guy who been approached or hit on by Pew's person, Sheila Dixon person, Mary Pat Clark person. And like I said to this person sent me this inbox, it's only sexual harassment if you under 18. No, if you're over 18, it's only sexual harassment if you don't like the person or that person got money. Because if you like that person touching you, it ain't sexual harassment. It's like, but if you don't like that person, because my thing is this person clearly wanted to get publicity or money. Because he named Catherine Pugh, he named Sheila Dixon, he named Mary Pat Clark, he named all these high-powered people.
Money.
But he never mentioned the person who did it.
Wow. Wow.
Catherine Pugh or Sheila Dixon, none of them had nothing to do with this boy being touched.
Wow.
So that's the world we're living in right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it all boils down to the crooks, the criminals, the good people, the trying to work hard people. It all boils down to a thin line.
Yeah. Yeah. So while you're here, I want you to real brief talk about your organization and how people can get involved with it.
Again, like I said before, I'm the founder of Hug Don't Shoot. Our mission is to bring a sense of peace to every community, one hug at a time. The 5th, last Sunday, made 1 year anniversary. Yesterday at the Comedy Club, yes, we do not just do Stop the Violence. We do support everyone who deserves support.
Okay.
So 26 hug dealers are volunteers, went
Okay.
to the Comedy Club show yesterday.
Okay.
That made 181 events we done in 12 months.
Okay.
So saying all that, I work a full-time job. I do locks. I do thrive. I have major medical issues. I've been blind, paralyzed. Doctors gave me 6 months to live in 2013. Wow. I actually had 7 diseases in my body. Wow. All that while pushing this organization.
What's the website?
www.hugdon'tshoot.org.
hugdon'tshoot.org. Ladies and gentlemen, Val Jenkins right here on E Digger Speaks. That is the website. Make sure you go check her out, talk to her, get all that information about Hug Don't Shoot. Hugs Don't Shoot.
Hug. Don't shoot.
Make sure you go to that website. Support. Hey Val, thank you so much.
Can I put in one more plug? As you can see, I can talk a lot. One more plug. You will be the first one with this announcement because we have not announced it yet.
Wait. Before you do it, hold up. Let me do one thing. I can't type. Hush. All right, go ahead.
Okay, you can follow my page because everything, we're still working on it. But on August the 24th at 7 p.m., I will be the host of my own radio show, Friday Night Live.
Whoa.
Yes, I'm not for sure if you. Friday Night Live.
Okay.
Is on Fridays, every Friday at 7 p.m. The co-host is Mike Foy and Deron Peaks.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
They are hilarious. If you don't know them, follow them.
On what network? Where would you?
We're working on a link and everything, and then we're going to announce it. Like I said, you're the first person we told this to.
I love it. I think I got it written somewhere on my face. Like,
so be prepared to be a guest on the radio show.
Oh my God! Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You the same. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Everybody, that was my good friend. That was Val Jenkins, the owner of Hug Don't Shoot organization. You go visit her at www.hugdon'tshoot.org. Great individual. Very funny. And she is definitely doing some things right here in Baltimore City. The conversation kind of shifted a little bit. I'm glad of it when Val Jenkins came on, because I wanted you guys to look at this video one more time if I still got it up. Of course I don't, but let me see if I can still do it. I think I can. Give me 1 second. So basically what we was talking about was the young man who was beat up by the Baltimore police officer. I'm not sure when it happened. But the thing that really disturbs me is the fact that the young man, I don't know if the young man said something to him. I don't know what the situation was. But for those who have not seen the video, I'm going to see if I can play it one more time. I did try to get in contact with the young man's cousin, but she did not respond. So I'm going to see if I can play this video one more time. Of course, you can hear it. Let me see if I can. Come on. Okay. Let me see if I can do it now. Okay, so for those who did not see the video, I have the video. And actually it's two videos. The second video shows the young man being arrested. Ambulance was not called. And I just don't understand. So I'm gonna play the video one more time. There you see it right there. So I'm gonna see if I can play it. So here it goes right here.
I got all that. Don't worry about it. I'm not touching them. Hey, yo, see this shit, yo? Hey, yo. I got all that, dummy. I got all that. Hey, yo, what the fuck is this deal for,
So, like I said, the video pretty much shows the young man against the wall, and the officer. All I saw was the officers just, throwing blows at the young man. I don't know. Like Val said, maybe he was triggered, something that the young man said. I don't see the young man like pushing him in any kind of way. So I wanted to show that video to see, to get some people input on it. A lot of people said, it was unnecessary, which I said the same thing. It was unnecessary. And Miss Val Jenkins just said, that was totally out of protocol. There is protocol that's in the Baltimore City Police Department for every officer to follow. And of course, that young man did not follow that protocol, as you can see. And this, like I said in the earlier beginning of the show, I said this is significant because this is where the not the same officers, but some officers was giving out citations to kids that was selling waters. Same area. So I just wanted you guys input. I'm gonna see if I can bring on one other person who I know that's going to talk about this situation in depth. Let me see if I can bring him in to talk about it. And like I said, people, this is getting out of hand. These are the situations is really getting out of hand with officers is concerned. Now, the good thing about this, it's unfortunate of what happened to the young man. I'm just thankful that he was not killed. Let me say that again. It's unfortunate what happened to him. He was beat up. And a lot of people are just going to disagree with me about the word beat up. I mean, that clearly he was beat up. I mean, any two times you see blood on the ground and he's struggling trying to get up, he was beat up. But the good thing about it, he was not killed. And that's a lot of the rap that's going around in the country with police officers concerned at that concern. So I just reached out to my good friend DJ K8. Let me see if he going to pop in. I'm not sure, but it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. And those who have kids, children, teenagers, preferably, you got to have a talk with your kids and tell them, like I tell my son, who is 16, when you leave out of that door, you represent me, and just don't do anything stupid to make the police think that something is going on, or something is wrong. They need to investigate it, because right now, your word means absolutely nothing. You saw it in that video. I keep saying to people, they have given an executive order to these cops to do whatever. And right now, I'm gonna bring on my good friend DJ K8. He is the host of the new show Up Close. He is the host of the 12 o'clock noonday mix on Fridays on Charm City Direct TV. So I'm gonna bring him on right now. My good friend DJ K8. What's good with you, sir?
What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to have you in the mix of what's going on. Now, you were the one who shared the video with me last night.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
I was saying I was in and out of sleep. I did see it. I did get it. I do remember what happened. I do remember what I saw. But this morning, I was like, wait a minute. What's going on in this? So I reached out to the young man's cousin, because it looked like she shared the video a number of times. And of course, she did not respond. That's okay. I understand. I know she's been flooded with a lot of text messages and Facebook messages, of course.
Yeah,
so, yeah, and you also told me that this is the same block that they was handing out citations with the young kids in the water situation. So, DJ K8, you why don't you give your opinion, because I know you got something to say. So tell the people out there what's good.
I want to give a shout out to you for taking the time to even converse about this, because this is something that's very serious and it needs to be taken very seriously.
Yes.
I'm going to say this. Yes, this incident happened on Monument Street in East Baltimore.
Yes.
Yes, it is one of the many incidents that's been occurring lately on Monument Street. The last incident that I spoke about, and you as well as I put out there, was the incident that happened a week ago with some youth that were selling bottled waters on Monument Street, only but a couple blocks from here. This incident happened on Monument and Rose. The incident with the children selling the bottled waters occurred on Monument and Milton, which is like a block, 2 blocks away.
Okay.
Same difference, right in the same vicinity.
Right.
This incident here, that water incident, when you watch that video on my Instagram page at DJKAY number 8, you will hear individual actually talking or debating or getting into it with the police officers for harassing the kids, because that's what I call it, pretty much harassing the kids about them selling bottled waters and writing citations, because that's what they were out there actually doing, writing citation on children for selling bottled waters.
Okay.
The guy who was actually confronting the police officers about this is a good brother who's taking the time out after losing his own son to violence in the city of Baltimore. He helps the youth, he guides them, he holds their hand, walks them down the street with the mental intentions to cultivate them to be better people. His name on Instagram is @1uncle_T.
Yeah.
This brother, man, follow this brother, because him and a lot of other brothers that's a part of these organizations are really trying to put an effort to make a change. And so when you see incidents like this, incident with the kids in the bottled waters, it makes you think that their efforts are all to fail.
And forgive me for cutting you off. I have that video right now. For those who did not see that video of the young kids who were selling the waters and the police, stopped them from selling the waters. This is the video that DJ K8 is talking about. So let me see if I can play that right quick. All right. So here's the video right here. Let me just take some stuff out right quick.
What did you do? What did you do when you saying you're doing your job? You just that's all. Yep. Y'all see this, man? This is ridiculous, man. You see this foolishness, man? They ain't got nothing else better to do than to come and harass these children about selling waters. Oh, this is ridiculous, man. This is a shame, man. And then when they grow up and be killers, y'all would let us see that, though, wouldn't you? Want them to grow up to be killers. You talking about something else? No, I'm talking about what can lead to that. We talking about this. When they can't earn an honest buck. Then when they get dope in their hands, then that's all right. We talking about this. Man, that's foolishness, man. This is foolishness. No, it's crazy, man. This is crazy. This is totally ridiculous, man.
So you just saw the video of the kids that were selling the waters, and Baltimore Police Department issuing citations on the kids saying that they can't do it. Almost like the Petty Patty situation in, I believe, Chicago. I want to say Chicago, that they called the police on the kids or the little girl, and told her that she couldn't sell her water. Almost similar situation. If y'all was following, the news, Petty Patty called the police to try to start some type of, excitement, so to speak, because the little girl was trying to get money to go to amusement park for real. Kind of like the same thing here in Baltimore with this situation. Don't you agree, K8?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But I'm gonna say two things. First off, I'm gonna let it be known for all those who don't know, this Baltimore City police officer, his name is Arthur Williams. He has also been in the service, and he's still young. But there's other video that's circulating out there of him doing something similar to this to someone on one of those side streets, Rose Street, or one of the streets down there off of Monument Street recently, maybe about 2 weeks ago. And it's been circulating within the last hour or so of this same officer doing this same sort of thing.
And his name again is Arthur Williams?
His name is Officer Arthur Williams.
Okay.
He has been suspended. For those who don't know, he's been suspended. And right now, everything is under investigation. So we already know how that's going to play out. It's going to be suspended, under investigation with pay. When you watch this video, you can see where there was a physical altercation before he started going in on the guy. The guy actually did get in his face and asked him for what, as in, what are you harassing me for? What are you bothering me for? And when you see this other video that's circulating out around, you'll see people saying the same thing. For what? What'd he do? Why you messing with him? Why you bothering him? It's crazy. So this is not something new with this guy. This has been an ongoing thing, but it may not get put out there. But I'm gonna let it be known that this guy, this officer, Arthur Williams, has a problem, and I don't understand what it is. The next thing I want to say is this. Understand this. This is bigger than just Officer Williams. Keep in mind, a lot of stuff has been occurring on Monument Street, and this is for a reason. We all know it's a high drug area. We know there's a lot of activity going on there outside of stores, merchants selling goods and products and clothing and everything in the market.
Mm-hmm.
But understand this, for those who don't know, John Hopkins Hospital has taken the time to invest money in revitalizing the whole Monument Street. So when I say this is bigger than me and you and Nino Brown, it is. The bigger picture is this. When you see stuff like kids getting citations for selling waters, officers down there doing stuff that like Williams is doing, they call themselves cleaning the area up, because John Hopkins is putting money into changing all of Monument Street. Just like they going through buying up all the houses all over East Baltimore and Coppins, doing the same over West. It's a bigger picture. It's about pushing us out, the urban people. You know, that's the new word for us, black folks, niggers, African Americans. That's the new word for us now. But they're pushing us out. And what they're doing is trying to change Monument Street around, give it a new front, because you got to keep in mind, at the top of Monument Street, you have John Hopkins. They done did so much with one side of John Hopkins on Orleans Street, so pretty, and you got your little all clean off glass fronts and everything around the emergency room. Remember how emergency room used to be on Monument Street?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's around on Orleans Street.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're doing is trying to change all of it around, and they're working their way down Monument Street.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff here is a part of it. It's them pushing us out,
mm-hmm.
so they can change it around and make it so everybody else can come in and enjoy themselves and love Monument Street and make it be
It's
something.
8 o'clock.
The significance about that and what Val Jenkins just said was what she said was she knew a friend that has Section 8 or something better than Section 8. But what people fail to realize, Section 8 is all what Section 8 is doing is giving you homes that's out in the county. Let me say that again. Section 8 is designed in MPQ, that's what it's called. MRQ, MPQ, or something like that. And it's supposed to be a step higher than Section 8. What it is designed to do is to send y'all out in the county and bring the white folks back in. So understand, people, that when the white people come in, they don't want to see that on Monument Street.
No.
They don't want to see kids selling waters on Monument Street. They don't want to see that riffraff on Monument Street. And that's what it's pretty. See, you gotta understand the dynamic of it. You see what I'm saying? Because this has been going on far too long. This didn't start today. So this is not the first of its kind of where the gentleman is going to get beat up. It's going to happen a lot more.
Yeah.
So be ready for it.
Tip of the iceberg. This, for those who are shocked to see this or appalled, there's no need to be appalled. Never mind being appalled. It's about making a change and doing better and making things better for not just your home, your community, your city, but for us as a race, for us as human beings. Because if we don't do that, man, we just fall into the wayside. If you don't stand for something, man, you're gonna fall for any and everything.
Yeah. And
it's sad, but it is what it is, man. And we need to make a change.
Yeah.
I to be honest with you, man, I'm really, to a degree, I'm not surprised or shocked that the mayor has not commented on this. She's not going to comment on it because at this point right now, man, she's looking at it like, well, I got Toggle or Tuggle that's going to deal with it or handle it. But when you got people like Meek Mill, you got people all the way out in California posting this and making remarks about it, sooner or later, you're going to have to stand up and let your voice be heard about this, because you got to keep in mind, you are a man that was elected in that position by the voters, the people of this city, and they're going to want to hear from you. Either you're going to stand up as a leader and show us that you're in our corner, or you're going to be like one of those pastors sitting in the room with number 45 saying absolutely nothing.
Whoa.
The choice is yours.
Yeah.
And if you plan on being back into that office again anytime soon, you need to figure out when and where you're going to make that speech.
There
Because
you
it
go.
needs to be done. You need to let it be known where you stand. Because if you say nothing, it shows us a whole lot.
There you go.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, that was my guest. Always dropping the knowledge, always dropping jewels. My man, DJ K8. Make sure you check him out on Fridays, the 12 o'clock midday mix on Charm City Direct TV. And of course, up close with DJ K8. Hey, man, thanks for coming on the show, man. I appreciate you.
No problem. No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this has been E. Digger Speaks. We was talking about the situation with the young man who was beat up on Monument Street, and I believe it was Monument Street, close to John Hopkins. What can I say? We just need to, be vigilant. We need to be alert. We need to stand up for something. We need to unite, because a lot of us right now is just, we bashing on each other. We hating on each other. We need to come together. We need to support. We need to let our voices definitely let our voices be heard. Shout out to Val Jenkins. She is the owner of Hug Don't Shoot organization. Make sure you go to her website. I'm gonna put that website up again. Y'all know I can't type. It's called Hug Do Not Shoot.org. Make sure you go. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you support. Also, my good friend DJ K8, make sure you check him out every Friday, the 12 o'clock noonday mix on Charm City Direct TV, and Up Close with DJ K8. That is his show. Make sure you go and support. Make sure you go to the fan page of Charm City Direct TV at facebook.com/Charm City. See, I can't type. Y'all getting me typing. I'm typing. Make sure you go to facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. Like the page, share the page. Like the page, share the page. Thank you for everyone that was tuned in. Thank you to everyone that has commented. Thank you. I appreciate you all. And until next time, I holler at you when I smile at you. This has been E. Digger Speaks. Y'all been wonderful.